come on in.
Y'all come on in. Here's Suellen. Sit down and enjoy the show.
The Food Network.
Well, hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Good. Y'all look so cute. Look at all y'all just dressed up. Y'all so cute. Why are you wearing all the aprons? Oh, how fun! I love the aprons.
Is that what they are?
I never cook in an apron because if I spill, I want to save it for later. Well, y'all, I am so excited to be here with y'all today. And I hear that there's a birthday. Suellen, happy birthday to you. Now, I'm not going to ask you how old you are, but I'll give you some birthday advice. Ready for your advice? Birthdays, they say, are good because statistics have proven that the people who have the most live the longest. Just a little bit of advice there. I have something for you, something that I deeply love, and I think you'll love too. You can go ahead and open that up.
Maybe you want to take it away.
Butter. Oh, I love butter, y'all. I just love butter. You never have enough butter. Well, y'all, today I'm going to take you through two of my all-time favorite recipes. Now, I'm sure y'all heard about my recent health issues. I have diabetes, or as I call them, the sugars. But y'all, that has not stopped me from cooking and baking the things that I love. Because Lord knows I cannot live in a world without fried pork chops. Now, I'm going to have to get the recipe out. I'm getting to the age where I forget things. You ever forget? It happens to me. So today, I've already pre-mixed together all the ingredients we're going to be using to fry our pork chops with, but I'm going to tell you what's in it. I'll tell you all the ingredients. All the recipe calls for is 4 cups of vegetable oil, 2 cups of sugar, 4 cups of butter, never have enough butter, half a cup of fat, 2 cups of cholesterol, 3 teaspoons of sodium, only 1 cup of high blood pressure, half a cup of buttermilk. Y'all, there's milk with butter in it. Hallelujah. A cup of flour, and we'll be using an 8-ounce pork chop, and we'll add just a little black pepper to it. So right here, I'm going to move myself on over here. It's the easiest part of me to move. Let me open this on up. Oh, y'all, this looks so good. Oh, y'all, having diabetes or having the sugars has not stopped me from having an appetite. But it has made me use the N-word. Now, I'm sure y'all have heard about that in the news, the big ruckus about it. Well, y'all, I don't like the N-word, and I don't like saying the N-word, but having diabetes, you cannot avoid talking about nutrition. So I've got this pork chop here. Oh, I just love pork chops. Me and my pork chop, I love pork chops. I have a good time with pork chops. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick this on in here and coat it real well. We don't want to drench it, but we want to get it in there just enough. Ooh, slippery little thing, like a pickle. Just throw that on in there. Now we're going to want to throw as much flour on this and coat it as best as possible because we want it to crisp up real nice, real nice. It's nothing like a fried pork chop that's real crispy and about as good as can be. Well, let's mess them a little bit there. So we'll just pat that on there. Ooh, I'm making a mess. Look at you. If you don't make a mess in your kitchen, you shouldn't have a kitchen. Just kick that on there. So all you'll do is just stick that in a skillet. I use peanut oil when I cook. I don't know, but y'all, I love oil. It doesn't matter what kind of oil in it. But if it has peanuts in it, why not? So we'll throw that into a skillet of peanut oil, and all you have to do is heat that up to, about 350 degrees, and just cook it for only about 8 to 10 minutes, just until it's about golden brown. And then you can either stick it on a plate with a paper towel so it drains a little bit, or what's easier sometimes is you put it in one of them colanders, you know, so it drains. That's an easier way of doing it. But then there you go. You just cook it for 8 to 10 minutes till it's golden brown, and you got yourself a nice southern fried pork chop. Sounds so good. So the next recipe cookie, y'all, I'm going to take you through is another one of my all-time favorites. They're my gooey butter cookies. Oh, I love butter cookies. If it has butter in the name, you know it's going to be a good one. I'll tell you, I've pre-made the batter for it because the batter needs to sit in the fridge for about 2 hours so it gets real firm. The reason why I want the batter to be real firm in our Arizona heat, is that when you stick it on the cookie sheet and it's cooking in the oven, just a little tip to know when it's cold and firm like that, your cookie's not going to spread on the cookie sheet. It's just going to stay right where it is so it can get gooey. So what's in the batter is I put a brick of cream cheese at room temperature. I put 1 stick of butter, or 5 or 6 sticks of butter. Y'all, I love butter so much. I just thank the Lord He gave us cows. There's 1 egg, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and if you want to make these chocolate ooey gooey butter cookies, all you have to get is just a box of that pre-made cake mix that's chocolate and just throw it all in there. So if I could get...
Oh, here's Ann at the door. Sorry.
Oh, we've got another mouth to feed. Perfect. So, Suellen, you want to come on up here and help me with this, dear?
Paula, Deen's here.
Hi, y'all. Girl, look at you. Come on in. Come on in, girl. Just on time. Butter.
Butter,
Oh,
butter, and butter.
Butter on top of butter. Let me move myself again. There's so much of me, I get in the way everywhere I go. Let's just move that on over. If I can have you come on over here and you can help me here. All I need you to do is just to rip it off and roll them into little balls, a little bit smaller than the size of a walnut. So just roll them into little balls. You know, speaking of balls, I have raised 2 of the most kindest hearts that anyone will ever have to meet. I tell you, my sons, Bobby and Jamie, are just real Southern gentlemen. Oh, you're rolling those balls real nice. We'll just,
what you had in mind?
oh, it's perfect, and we'll just sprinkle a little bit of powdered sugar over them, give them a little bit of a crackled look when they're done. You know, my son Bobby, you're a good ball roller. I have you on my show. Help me roll balls all day long. Balls and butter, nothing better. Well, that's one thing we should all have in our genes, is to know how to roll balls. Y'all, have you heard about my son Bobby? He came out with a cookbook. Any of y'all hear the title of that cookbook? Not My Mama's Cooking. But it's probably cooking I should start doing now that I have the sugars. Well, those are perfect. You want to sprinkle a little bit of that sugar on there? Perfect. Oh, you're good. You dust those balls real nice, too. Perfect. Well, y'all, all you have to do is just stick this into an oven at about 350 degrees and cook them for about, oh, here, you want to wash off your hands.
Oh, that's okay.
You afraid of my towel?
No.
There's no butter on it, I promise. But just stick them in the oven at 350 degrees and just cook them for about 8 to 10 minutes, and there you go. You've got gooey, ooey butter cookies. So real simple, 2 of my favorites. You can look them up online. You can Google them on the internet and find out the recipes. They're real easy, real simple, real quick. And you'll just have a great Southern afternoon with my fried pork chops and gooey butter cookies. Oh, y'all, you're so kind. Any of y'all have any questions for me? I don't have much of a memory, but I'll try. Yes.
Tell us about your husband.
My husband. Oh, I love my husband. He's a big ball of butter to roll up next to in bed. I just love him. I've temporarily forgotten his name at the time, but I do know that I have 2 boys, Bobby and Jamie, and I have 2 dogs, Otis and Buddy. Buddy is also the name of my brother. But I should have a dog named Butter. That would just work better. Get a big lab, a real fat lab, maybe name him Butter. But I've temporarily forgotten my husband's name. But I'll get on that thing they call the internet and just Google him and find him. Butter might come up better. But any other questions from y'all? Yes.
So since you've got these called the sugars,
Yeah, all the sugars.
what are you doing differently about your diet?
I am personally just cutting back on the butter. I used to throw butter into everything, and I try to keep it down to about 4 sticks a day. I'm trying to cut back as best as possible, but y'all, when you get a habit, it's hard to kick it.
What kind of food did you make to catch Michael?
Everything that a Southern gentleman would want. If you can fry it, he'll eat it. If you can douse it in butter, he'll eat it. But really, one of his all-time favorites is the fried pork chops. But he also likes homemade mac and cheese. So I just fix that up every now and then for him, and that'll keep him home.
Does he have any health issues?
Not that he really wants to deal with. We tend to avoid the doctors because, you know, things like the sugars, high blood sugar levels, high cholesterol, those things tend to scare us a little bit. So we kind of avoid those doctors in the city and all.
Good idea.
Any other questions from y'all? That's it. Well, y'all, I have just thoroughly enjoyed being with y'all today, and I just appreciate y'all so much for letting me come out here, and y'all just enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you.